here with the new head coach of the Cedar Hill Longhorns, Coach Nick Ward. Coach, I know you're very busy. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, Coach. First off, coming to coaching school, it kind of, for me at least, it signals the start of football season. I know when I come here and when we leave here, you guys are getting to work and you're having those meetings and getting ready to start fall camp. For us at Dave Campbell's, it's getting ready to cover games. For you, is it kind of like the kickoff of the football season for the year?
Most definitely, because we always know that once we leave coaching school, it's definitely the start of the year now.
Yeah, and your freshmen will be reporting on July 31st.
Yes,
so I know how important is that when you're building a program, especially as a new coach. You're building a program, you got a new staff in place to get your varsity coaches to work with those freshmen, for a few days, and kind of get them acclimated. Because as you know, freshmen are freshmen, right? Their heads are everywhere. So how important is it just to have that attention with those young guys?
I think it means everything for your program because every year, your freshmen are going to be the base of your program. Most people think that they're varsity, that they are, but no, it's your freshmen because they're just like the varsity. Some come, some go.
Yeah.
The ones that come need to know.
That's where you build that foundation, right? That's
yes,
where
sir.
you hopefully by the time they're seniors, that foundation is built as freshmen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many guys do you have any idea of how many you're expecting to report on the 31st yet? Or
not sure, but we've been working with our freshmen anyway, and so. We should have anywhere between 60 and 80.
But if 100 show up, you'll be happy, right?
We will be great.
Yeah. We'll find lockers for them, right?
Yes, indeed. We will find lockers.
There you go. Now, coming in and first time head coach, you're familiar with Cedar Hill because you spent some time there as an assistant. When you got your feet on the ground there at Cedar Hill, what was priority number one for you? What was it? Building your staff? Was it getting to know the teachers in the building? Building those relationships with the kids? What did you have? What was the number one priority for you?
Building the relationships with the kids. I mean, it was a little different for us because I'd already been there, and so I attacked GPAs right away. We discipline in the building, academics. That was the first thing, and of course, getting the staff together came a little bit after that, but. Getting on the same page with the kids, I thought that was the most important thing for at least when I took over. And
overall, now that you've gone through a good portion of the offseason and summer strength and conditioning is almost over, how do you feel like? Are you pretty happy with the buy-in from the kids and excited to where the arrow is? I mean, you're trying to get the arrow pointed in the right direction because they struggled last year.
Yes,
Cedar Hill struggled, and they're not used to that. Mm-hmm. So do you feel like the buy-in from the kids has been where you want it to be?
Most definitely. I mean, as a coach, you always want complete 100%. It's got to be better. But I think our kids have, they were bought in. Even with the 2-8 season last year, they still believe in their program. So it wasn't hard to get buy-in because Cedar Hill, I mean, from what Joey McGuire's done at Cedar Hill, I think there's a lot that was done before I got there, and so it wasn't hard to step in and get that buy-in because everybody still knows Joey McGuire.
Yeah, and so how do you when you're building the program in your image and wanting to put your own spin on things, there's been a lot of things that have been done there that have been successful. How do you find that balance of let's keep doing what we're doing that's been successful, but also putting your own spin on things?
I think you have to modernize and keep modernizing as the kids come and go, but at the same time, I walked into a great position because Joey McGuire did so much for our program, and he won, and he was one of the big guys when he was at Cedar Hill. Cedar Hill was one of the top programs in DFW and the state. So I don't want to say it the wrong way, but I think that I had it a little easier than a lot of the coaches that take over because that blueprint was already put down before I got there.
And obviously, we all know the district is tough. It's a great district, a lot of great football, great coaches. Is it one of those deals where you don't really look too much at the district? You try to focus on what you're going to do and try to put blinders on and just kind of say, we got to take care of the Cedar Hill Longhorns and everything else takes care of itself?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, most people know that we are in the monster district. I mean, 2 state champions, and Waxahachie, who played very well last year.
Mansfield had a great year.
Yeah. I mean, we have some monsters in our district. But like you said, we have to focus on us. It'll be easy to beat another team. It'll be even easier to lose, to lose a game ourselves, to beat ourselves.
Yeah, because if you beat yourselves, you're definitely going to lose because the people that you're playing are really good, right?
Yes, sir. It's way easier to beat yourself.
If you guys, and I don't know what your measure of success is going to be in 2023, and I think that's still to be determined, but for you guys to kind of have the success that you want to have and have a successful season, what do you guys got to hang your hat on? What is Cedar Hill, when the ball is kicked off, what do you guys have to do each and every game? What are you guys going to hang your hat on?
I think we need to play with confidence. We have kids. We had a bad season last year, but that doesn't show what our program really is. We have some good kids. We have some D1 talent. I mean, a lot of it. So getting our kids to believe in themselves, to believe in the program, to know that our community is behind them, I think that's going to be the biggest thing. The confidence when we step on the field to know that we can beat anybody.
Was it one of those deals you think last year that maybe towards the end of the year, just looking at it, because they had such a slow start and a tough schedule, that the confidence kind of waned a little bit?
Most definitely. And so, but like I said, we have kids in our program. We have a good program. We didn't lose a whole lot of kids. It's not like we don't have talent. That 15-mile radius of Cedar Hill, Duncanville, DeSoto, South Oak Cliff, Lancaster, we have a lot of talent in that area. And so I think getting our kids to believe that we can beat anybody whether it's a Duncanville, whether it's a North Shore, whether it's a Aleta or Katy, it's a Highland Park, whomever you choose, getting our kids to believe that we can beat anybody when we step on the field, that's going to be the biggest thing. And I accept it. I'm a former Miami Hurricane, so confidence, we breed.
Yeah, you played with a little confidence in your day.
Confidence,
so.
Good
deal. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. We'll let you get to it. I know, as you can see, our Dave Campbell's booth always stays busy. So
this is wonderful.
Yeah, so holler if you need anything from us, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Yes, sir, and I definitely appreciate y'all for having me.
Thanks, Coach.